Have you ever stopped to wonder how much time you truly have left, not in fear, but in awareness? After 70, every year becomes more meaningful. And as someone who's lived through decades of change, I can tell you this. Your body starts speaking to you in ways it never did before. Small signs, quiet signals, sometimes subtle, but often surprisingly accurate. You don't need a medical chart or a crystal ball to get a sense of your future. You just need to pay attention. Some people in their 70s still move with energy, stay sharp, and enjoy each day with clarity and strength. Others begin to slow down, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. They face more health challenges, more fatigue, more limitations. So what makes the difference? In many cases, it's found in just a few powerful signs, things you can notice in your everyday life that quietly point to your body's true condition and potential longevity. Today, I want to share 7 of these signs with you, not to alarm you, but to give you the insight and tools to take control of your path forward. Most importantly, I'll also tell you what to do if any of these signs feel familiar. Let's start with the first one, and perhaps the most overlooked, your walking speed. The way you walk, the pace, the fluidity, the confidence. It tells a deeper story than most people realize. In fact, research has shown that walking speed in older adults is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Yes, something as simple as how fast or steady you walk can reveal a great deal about your heart, your muscles, your balance, and even your brain. Imagine 2 men, both 75. One wakes up, puts on his shoes, and takes a brisk morning walk. He crosses the street without hesitation, climbs stairs without pausing, and moves with rhythm and energy. The other, though the same age, moves slowly. He stops often. He feels unsteady. The distance he once covered with ease now feels like a chore. That difference? It's not just physical, it's a reflection of what's happening deep inside the body. When walking speed slows significantly, it can point to muscle decline, circulatory issues, reduced lung or heart function, and even early neurological changes. It's one of the body's earliest signals that systems are starting to weaken. But here's the hope. Walking speed is changeable. It's something you can rebuild. Every step you take matters. Gentle daily walks, light leg exercises, standing up from a chair multiple times a day with intention. These little actions can restore power to your stride and confidence to your future. So ask yourself, have you slowed down lately? Do stairs feel steeper than they used to? If yes, it's not too late. Your legs are your foundation. The faster and stronger they remain, the longer and fuller your journey can be. Now let's talk about something even smaller, but just as powerful. A part of the body most people overlook. Your grip strength, your hands, they hold more than just objects. They hold insight into your overall strength, resilience, and even your future. And one of the clearest indicators? Your grip. It might sound surprising, but the strength of your handshake, or your ability to open a jar or carry a bag, is directly connected to the health of your muscles, your nerves, and even your heart. Let me share a story. There's Robert, age 78. A quiet, steady man who always shook hands firmly. Even in his later years, he continued doing light weightlifting, gardening, and carrying groceries without a second thought. His hands stayed strong, and so did the rest of him. Then there's Walter, also 78. Once active, but over time, he noticed a difference. He struggled to twist open bottles, dropped things more often, and his hands just didn't feel as steady. He brushed it off as just getting older. But that subtle change was more than inconvenience. It was a sign that his muscle mass was decreasing, and that decline often spreads throughout the body. You see, grip strength is like a mirror. It reflects your total body strength and functional ability. And when it fades, it's often a signal that your overall physical health is fading too. The risks are real. Weaker grip has been linked to higher chances of falling, slower recovery from illness, and even shorter life expectancy. But here's the good news. Grip strength can be rebuilt. You don't need a gym. You just need consistency. Start by squeezing a tennis ball for a few minutes a day. Use hand grippers. Carry light bags or weights during your walks. Even activities like opening jars or wringing out a towel can make a difference. These small habits keep your hands and your body ready for life. So take a moment, try holding something heavy. How does it feel? Does your grip hold steady, or do you tire quickly? Don't ignore what your hands are telling you. They just might be pointing you toward a stronger future, or quietly warning you of a weakening one. Now, let's move to another sign that's often missed. Not because it's small, but because we stop testing it as we age. Your ability to balance on one leg. Balance. It seems like such a basic thing, until it's gone. But did you know that your ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds is one of the most accurate predictors of how long you might live? Yes, just 10 seconds. Researchers have consistently found that people over 70 who can't maintain their balance for 10 seconds are significantly more likely to face serious health issues, falls, fractures, even early cognitive decline. Let me introduce you to Carol and Nancy. Both are in their early 70s. Carol walks every day, practices yoga twice a week, and regularly stands on one foot to put on her shoes. Her balance is steady, and she moves confidently. Nancy, however, has never paid attention to her balance. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately wobbles and grabs onto something nearby. She's had a few close calls, tripping over rugs, nearly falling on the stairs, and just assumed it was part of aging. But it's not just aging. Balance is a skill, and it depends on strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a responsive brain. When your balance fades, it often means those systems are under strain. Here's the test. Stand near a wall or chair. Lift one foot. Start counting. Can you stay steady for 10 seconds? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Good news. Balance can improve quickly with practice. Try these daily. Stand on one foot for 10-20 seconds at a time. Walk heel to toe in a straight line. Practice slow, controlled movements like Tai Chi. Improving your balance now helps protect your independence later. Because when you fall at 30, you get back up. At 70 or 80, the recovery is much harder and the risks are far greater. Your balance is your foundation. Strengthen it while you still can. Now let's move on to a signal that's harder to see, but just as important: your sleep patterns.